Assalamualaikum and good morning, Doctor and everyone. We are from Group 2 and today we would like to present our SSC 116 group project entitled Business Plan of the Amal Cafe. First of all, thank you for giving us this opportunity to present our project. Before we begin, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Nurdana binti Mazan. My student ID is 2025170925. Thank you. Today our presentation consists of three main parts. First, flowchart of our work plans. Second, business overview. Third, reflection and conclusion without further delay. So, let's begin our presentation. Now, I will explain our project work plan. Our project started by selecting a suitable business for analysis. After discussing with all team members, we chose the Amal Cafe because it has a unique business concept and provide useful information for our assignment. Next, we collected information through observation, online research, and business reference. After gathering the data, each member complete their assigned tasks including preparing the report, financial information, and cost analysis, also presentation slide. Finally, we combine all sections, review our work together, and prepare this presentation video. This work plan helps us complete the assignment systematically and ensure good teamwork among all members. Next, I will explain the business overview of the Amal Cafe. The Amal Cafe is a modern coffee shop and cafe that offer high quality coffee, delicious cake, dessert, and light meals in a comfortable and elegant environment. The owner of this business is Amelia Sofia binti Rahman, and the business officially started operating on 1 January 2014. The coffee is located at number 277 Jalan S2, B12, Uptown Avenue, Sleman 2, 70300, Sleman. Its strategic location make it easily accessible to customers living nearby as well as visitors. The main nature of the business is a coffee shop and cafe, providing customers with a relaxing place to enjoy food and beverage. The target customer of the Amal Cafe are mainly cafe lovers, students, official workers, families, tourists, and young adults who enjoy a comfortable dining experience and quality coffee. The cafe is also popular among customers who like aesthetic cafe for relaxing, studying, working, or meeting friends. In terms of sales, the Amal Cafe offers three convenient purchasing methods. First is dine-in, where customers enjoy their meals inside the cafe. Second is take-away, allowing customers to bring their food and drink home. Lastly is delivery, which provides customers with a convenient option to order online without visiting the cafe. These different sales methods help the business reach more customers and increase sales revenue.
I will tell about flowchart in our group assignment. In week 12, we have a team meeting and business selection for our group assignment. Also, in week 12, we also already create a self simulation business, which is our De Amal Cafe. Next, in week 13, we already draft our assignment report. In week 14, our group members met the lecturer to have a consult with her. And lastly, in week 14, we also have a presentation for our assignment.
Moving on to the next section, I will now present the direct materials for latte coffee. Focusing on our production scale of 210 cups per week, to meet our daily production target of 30 cups, our required daily ingredients include 2 kg of coffee beans at 40 ringgit, 2 liters of milk costing 16 ringgit, 2 liters of oat cider at 10 ringgit, and 16.5 liters of filtered water at 8 ringgit 40 cents. This brings our total daily cost for ingredients to 74 ringgit 40 cents, which translates to a unit cost of 2 ringgit 44 cents per cup. When scaled up across 7 days of operations, the total weekly cost for our coffee ingredients comes to 520 ringgit 80 cents. These figures clearly demonstrate how we manage our raw material breakdown effectively to sustain efficient daily production. Thank you. and I will now hand over to the next
I
presenter.
want to talk about direct labor. We have 2 barista, which rate per hour is 10 ringgit, time spent 9 hours, work per day is Rm 90 ringgit. So for direct labor calculation, 9 hours multiply Rm 10 ringgit equal to Rm 630 ringgit. Then for the direct expenses, we have 2 machine coffee in our cafe. Amount per day is 7 days. Price Rm 50 ringgit. So the calculation for direct expenses is Rm 50 ringgit multiply 7 hours equal to Rm 105 ringgit.
Now I will explain the indirect cost for our production at the Amal Cafe. Let's begin with the coffee department. The indirect labor cost is Rm 3050 per week. This is calculated by multiplying the precious weight of Rm 10 per hour by 5 working hours per day, giving Rm 50 per day. Then Rm 50 is multiplying by 7 days, resulting in a total indirect labor cost of Rm 3050 per week. Next, I will explain the indirect materials, which total Rm 4095. This is based on production of 30 units per day. First, the lids have a unit cost of Rm 5 when multiplying by a quantity of 30 units. The total cost is Rm 1050. Second, the straw have a unit cost of Rm 30 cent. When multiplying by 30 units, the total cost is Rm 9. Third, the cups have a unit cost of Rm 10. When multiplying by 30 units, the total cost is Rm 30,000. Next, the tissue have a unit cost of Rm 20 cent. When multiplying by 30 units, the total cost is Rm 6. Finally, the total holders have a unit cost of Rm 1. When multiplying by 30 units, the total cost is Rm 30. Adding all these items together give a total indirect material cost of Rm 4095. Moving on the indirect expenses, the total is Rm 2045 per week. This is calculated by adding the electricity cost of Rm 20 per day and the water cost of Rm 15 per day, giving Rm 35 per day. Then Rm 35 is multiplying by 7 days, resulting in a total indirect expenses of Rm 2045 per week.
This slide shows the job cost card for coffee latte based on the weekly production of 210 cups. The total direct cost, which includes direct materials, direct labor and direct expenses, is 1,255 ringgit and 80 cents. The production overhead, including indirect materials, indirect labor and utilities, is 1,075 ringgit. Therefore, the production cost is 2,330 ringgit and 80 cents. By applying of a 20% markup, the selling price is 30 ringgit and 31 cents per cup, allowing the cafe to earn a weekly profit of 466 ringgit and 16 cents.
I will present about the profit per month of Latte Coffee. For the profit per month, our production is 210 cups per week with a profit of 20%, which is 466 ringgit 16 cents per week. This makes our production per month equal to 466 ringgit 16 cents times by 4 weeks, which total up to 1,864 ringgit 64 cents. Next, looking at the selling price per month of Latte Coffee. Under the selling price per month, the production remains at 210 cups per week and the selling price is 2,796 ringgit 96 cents per week. Therefore, the production per month is 2,796 ringgit 96 cents times by 4 weeks, which give a total of 11,187 ringgit 84 cents. Thank you.
Next, I will talk about direct direct material for white velvet cake. The first material is flour. We only use 1.75 kilogram flour per day, and for 1 week the total that we use flour is 5 ringgit. The second material is eggs. For 1 day we only use 14 eggs per day, and for 1 week it is only cost us 5 ringgit. The third material is salt. Per day we only use 500 grams salt, and only 2 ringgit per week. Next material is sugar. In 1 day we only use 2.1 kilogram, and for 1 week only cost us 8 ringgit 40 cents. The next one is vanilla essence. We only use 35 ml for 1 day, and it is only cost us 10 ringgit 50 cents for 1 week. Next is butter. We only use 805 gram of butter per day, and it is only cost us 20 ringgit for 1 week. Next is milk. We only use 1.68 liter milk per day, and in 1 week it is only cost us 10 ringgit. Next is food coloring, that we only use 17 ml per day, that only cost us also 10 ringgit. Next material is baking powder. We only use 200 gram baking powder per day, and for 1 week it only cost us 2 ringgit. Next is cream cheese. We only use 1.75 kilogram per day, so the cost for 1 week is 50 ringgit. Next is baking soda. In 1 day we only use 200 grams of baking soda, and total cost that we spend for 1 week is 3 ringgit. The next material is cooking oil. We only use 1.68 liter of cooking oil per day, and it is cost us 8 ringgit 40 cents for 1 week. Next is whipping cream. We only use 2 liter per day, and the cost for 1 week is 40 ringgit. And the last but not least is strawberry. We use 500 grams of strawberry per day, and for 1 week it is cost us 90 ringgit. So the total cost by direct material is 264 ringgit 30 cents. Production: 1 day we sell white velvet cake for 30 slices. 30 slices white velvet cake times 7 days of selling equals to 210 slices per week. Total cost for 1 week is 264 ringgit and 30 cents. 264 ringgit and 30 cents times 7 days equals to 1,850 ringgit and 10 cents for 1 week. Direct material for white velvet cake.
Now I want to explain about direct labor for our cake. We have 2 bakers, which per day is Rm 10 ringgit, time spent 9 hours, work per day Rm 90 ringgit. So for the calculation, direct labor is 10 ringgit multiply 9 hours equal to Rm 630 ringgit. So now for direct expenses, we have 2 ovens in our cafe. Amount is day 7 day, price is Rm 20 ringgit. So the calculation for direct expenses is 7 days multiply Rm 20 ringgit equal to Rm 140 ringgit.
Now let's continue with the red velvet cake department. The indirect labor cost is also Rm 3,050. per week. This is calculated by multiplying the cashier's week of RM10 per hour by 5 working hours per day, giving RM50 per day. Then RM50 is multiplying by 7 days, resulting in a total indirect labor cost of RM3050 per week. Next, I will explain the indirect materials, which total RM50. This is also based on a production of 30 units per day. First, the cake slice box have a unit cost of RM33 cent. When multiplying by a quantity of 30 units, the total cost is RM9.93 cent. Next, the candles have a unit cost of RM17 cent. When multiplying by 30 units, the total cost is RM5.30 cent. Adding both items together with a total indirect materials cost of RM15. Finally, the indirect expenses total RM2045 per week. This is calculated by adding the electricity cost of RM20 per day and the water cost of RM15 per day, giving RM35 per day. Then RM35 is multiplying by 7 days, resulting in a total indirect expenses of RM2045 per week. To conclude, both the coffee department and the red velvet cake department have the same indirect labor cost of RM3050 per week and the same indirect expenses of RM2045 per week. However, the coffee department has higher indirect materials cost because it requires more packaging materials than the cake department. Thank you.
Next, the job cost card for red velvet cake based on 210 slices produced per week. The total direct cost is 2,620 ringgit and 10 cents, which is higher than the coffee because cakes require more ingredients. After adding production overhead of 610 ringgit, the total production cost becomes 3,230 ringgit and 10 cents. With a 20% markup, the selling price is 18 ringgit and 46 cents per slice, generating a weekly profit of 646 ringgit and 2 cents.
I will talk about profit per month. We only produce 210 slices white velvet cake per week. So, profit of 30% equal to 646 ringgit 2 cents for 1 week. Production per month is 646 ringgit 2 cents times 4 weeks equals to 2,584 ringgit 8 cents. Next is selling price per month. In 1 week, we only produce 210 slices white velvet cake for 1 week. We sell our cake for 15 ringgit for 1 slices. So, in 1 month, we can get 3,876 ringgit 12 cents for 1 week. Our production per month is 3,876 ringgit 12 cents times 4 weeks equal to 15,504 ringgit 48 cents. Completing this assignment gives me a deeper appreciation of the effort required about how to operate a successful business in real life. I have learned that behind every product that is sold, there is a detail managing our resources and make sure that our business earns a reasonable profit. Overall, this assignment has taught me how to understanding cost accounting more deeper and encourage me to think more critically when evaluating business.
Good morning everyone, my name is Nurdana binti Mazlan and now I would like to share my individual reflection on this project. Throughout this assignment, I gained valuable knowledge about how to plan and operate a coffee cafe business. I learned that a successful business requires proper planning, effective cost management, good marketing strategies, and sound financial decision making. Besides that, This project helped me improve my communication, teamwork research, and problem-solving skills. Working together with my group members taught me the importance of cooperation, responsibility, and time management in completing a project successfully. Overall, this project has increased my confidence in applying accounting and business management knowledge to real business situations. It was a meaningful learning experience that will benefit me in both my studies and future career. That's all for me. Thank you.
So, based on this project, I got a better understanding of the job costing method in a real business. I also learned to identify and classify different types of costs and improve confidence in cost calculations. I also understood how to determine appropriate selling prices. And lastly, I realized that the importance of cost management for business profitability and efficiency.
For reflection on individuals, through this business project, I learned how a business can generate higher profits by implementing well-planned strategies to encourage customers to make more purchases. I also gained a better understanding of how challenging it is to build and sustain a business, as every business faces many obstacles in its operations. Furthermore, I realized that for our business, the Amo Cafe, retaining loyal customers is not easy, especially with the strong competition from nearby cafes. Even though our business has been established for many years, lastly, I learned that it is not easy for a business to maintain profitability by ensuring that sales revenue consistently exceeds the cost of raw materials and other operating expenses. Overall, I can relate everything I have learned to the saying, hard work is the key to success.
Reflection is improve understanding of job cost chart and product cost calculations. Learn to identify direct material, direct labor, and manufacturing overhead. Realize the accurate costing affects selling price and profitability. Furthermore, teamwork, communication, and problem-solving skills gain a better understanding of how job costing is applied in real business situations.
From my perspective as a student, there are several ways that Amo Cafe can improve its cost management. First, the cafe should implement effective inventory management to reduce food spoilage and avoid overstocking. This helps minimize waste and lowers unnecessary costs. Second, the cafe can purchase ingredients in bulk and negotiate better price with suppliers. This strategy can reduce purchasing costs and improve profit margins. Third, the management should regularly monitor monthly expenses and invest in energy-efficient equipment. This can help reduce electricity costs and improve overall operational efficiency. Finally, I recommend using an automated inventory and sales tracking system. The system provides accurate sales data, improve inventory control, and help the cafe predict future purchasing needs more effectively. In conclusion, this improvement can strengthen cost control, increase operational efficiency, and support the long-term growth and profitability of the Amo Cafe. That's all for
From
me.
my
Thank you.
perspective, the Amo Cafe should focus on improving cost management by regularly analyzing the cost structure to identify the main factors that contribute to production costs. The cafe can compare the actual cost with the budgeted cost to detect any unnecessary spending and take corrective action promptly.
As a student, I kind of view effective cost management not only as careless, indiscriminate spending costs, but more like a strategy needing smart continuous optimization. We have to set up clear transparency about cash flow by sorting cost properly and spotting key cost drivers, so that waste doesn't quietly slip in unnoticed. If we implement automation for those repetitive manual costs and also renegotiate supplier contracts, that we can lower operating cost and at the same time make sure that the money we still have is reinvested strategically to push better returns and support the organization's overall value.
So my part is monitor material used to reduce waste and unnecessary costs, improve labor efficiency through training and better test allocation, regularly review overhead costs and use resources efficiency, use accounting software for accurate expenses tracking and better decision making. These measures help control costs and improve profitability.
In my final view, the Amo Cafe should use standard recipes and fixed portion sizes for every coffee and cakes to ensure consistency in production. By following the same measurement and preparation methods for each product, the business can minimize ingredient wastage and prevent overuse of raw materials. This allows the cafe to calculate the exact cost of producing each item, making product costing more accurate and reliable. In addition, consistent portion sizes help maintain the quality and taste of products, improving customer satisfaction. As a result, the cafe can be better to control production costs, set appropriate selling prices, and achieve higher profitability in the long run.
In conclusion, this assignment has given us a better understanding of what it takes to manage a cafe business like the Amo Cafe, and we learned that running a business is not only about selling food and drinks, but also about calculating production costs, setting suitable selling prices, and managing expenses to earn profit. By applying the product costing method, we were able to understand how direct materials, direct labor, and production overhead affect the overall cost of each product. Besides improving our knowledge of cost accounting, this assignment also taught us the importance of teamwork, communication, and careful planning. Working together to complete this project gave us valuable experience and helped us see how accounting concept can be applied in real business. Overall, this assignment has been a meaningful learning experience that will be useful in our future studies and careers.